Okay, we are gonna get started. Taylor. Okay, I see
Hey.
you. Hey,
Yes.
if you want to take just a couple of seconds and tell us just briefly your story, how you got started, like just give us an introduction.
Okay. I'm Taylor Burke. And I was probably the world's most skeptical, direct sales network marketing person you've probably ever met in your life. I was annoyed by like the messages and all of that. Didn't think there was real money in it. And I started watching. It's funny because I wanted to instant pot, so I started watching Christina White's instant pot videos, her cooking videos, and I watched them for months. And one night she was on there talking about it was when the $20 codes were available, and it was in November because when I signed up. And so she was just talking about it, and I was like, "There's no way." But I just sent her a message, and she connected me with her sister Jennifer McCollum, which is my upline. And so I just signed on. I didn't think that it would turn into much. I don't think it would turn into anything. But I have me and my husband. We have two kids. We have a 1-year-old. She just turned one last month, and a 3.5-year-old. And between student loans and just everything else that we have, his job, like he was working so many overtime hours, and we were barely making it paycheck to paycheck. Weren't really getting to enjoy things like we wanted to. We knew exactly where the paycheck was going before it hit the bank. So I thought it's $20. Worst case scenario, I get, the products that come in the kit, and, I like them, whatever. So I I signed up. Jennifer sent me several messages like over the course of a week, and I kept saying, "Oh well, I just don't know yet. When I get products in my hand, when my kit comes in, maybe I'll start posting then. I just don't feel comfortable when I don't have the stuff in my hand. I haven't tried it. I was scared, basically. I was scared to start to put that first post on my wall. So I finally was like, okay. So I started out by telling my family members what I was doing. And so I had them signed up like immediately. So when I said like about a week after I signed up, that's when I really started like telling people what I was doing. And so I had my family sign up, immediately had like 3 or 4 customers off the bat with that. And so it really just took off from there. That gave me my confidence to start reaching out because I do my business on Facebook. So starting out with my family really, I guess, gave me the confidence to send out those messages, put those posts out there, and start talking to other people because I felt like I kind of had my feet wet, and I had talked about the products. I knew what I was doing. I had Jennifer there every step to give me any response, anything that I needed. I knew that I had that support. So after me giving her the runaround for a week, she stuck by me, and it's been amazing. It's helped us tremendously, and the few like 3 months that I've been a part of it works. So it's been quite a quick but amazing journey so far.
That is awesome. So did you actually wait until your kit came in and tried products, or Jennifer was like, no, you just need to start working?
Well, she was very like, now that I know her, she was probably like, come on girl, just just start doing it. But she was very patient and just told me like she understood completely. And I ended up not waiting on because when I thought about it, I was like, even when I get my kit, I'm not going to have every product. I'm not going to sit there and try every product on our website. So I'm never going to try everything to be able to talk about everything right now before I do it. So I started talking about the greens. I started stuff that I knew that I would like myself. I have a bachelor's degree in food and nutrition. So the greens are like a big thing for me. Like my 3-year-old takes them every day. And so that was something I was really confident and comfortable with like putting out there. So that's really what I started with. So no, I ended up not waiting until I got my kit. Probably a few days before I was like, whatever, just gonna start doing it. So, but she was very patient with me and just told me, whenever you're ready. And I'm so grateful that she did and didn't say she don't want this. She's, whatever. So I'm very grateful that she let me take my time until I was ready to start doing it. And it's paid off big time.
That's awesome. I think so many times as leaders, when someone says, "Oh, I want to wait till I get my kit," we kind of write them off. And
Yes.
you're proof that when you do that, like you're losing out more than it's worth, just because you're
Yes.
egoistic and you want them to like go right away.
Yes.
I have a list of questions that you guys have already given me to ask her. But if you missed the post with the questions and you have a question, go ahead and just drop it in the chat, and I will try to watch it as we go along. I'm the kind of person when someone interviews me that I want the questions like ahead of time. So I already
Yes.
sent her the questions. But if you have other ones, like I'm sure that we can figure out an answer for them.
Oh yeah, not at all. Go ahead.
So I'm not going to go in order of what I sent them to you, just because you already answered a couple of them with your story.
Okay.
One that I did just get though is, do you use Instagram at all? I know you said Facebook. Do you have an Instagram?
I have an Instagram, but I do not use it for this. Not that I'm against it. I just haven't. It's something that I might like get into like later maybe. I just haven't. I've had good success with Facebook and I'm comfortable with it. So I really haven't ventured into Instagram for my business. And I've never been I use Instagram and I post like my little girl's monthly like year picture, all that kind of stuff. But I've never really done much with Instagram. So I've just kind of stuck to Facebook for everything. So that is something that I am looking into. I heard that Jade has a really good Instagram training video. And so that's actually been on my list of things to do in the next week or so, is to watch that video and maybe start trying out my luck with Instagram also.
So when a new person comes in, would you agree with whatever platform is working for you? Like that's the one you need to stay with then?
Yes, definitely. I feel like because even Facebook with, I don't know this for me, like it's not being just me, but I know with Facebook Messenger, and I need to get more organized, but with Facebook Messenger, not having folders, not having all this, I have so much stuff written down and I'm always sifting through everything. But I feel like if I was having to do that on two platforms, that and Instagram, I feel like it would be very overwhelming for someone just starting out to keep up with every single person that they are in contact with, that they're following up with, and things like that. So I personally, not for anyone, anybody else can do whatever they're comfortable with, but for me, it works better to start out with one, the one that you're comfortable with. And then when you get to where you're it's all just every day you wake up and you do your stuff that you do every day. When you're comfortable with all those steps, then moving on and managing two platforms. But it's almost it is two complete different audiences. So you have that many more people that you're trying to connect with. So you don't really want to overwhelm yourself when you first start out. That's my opinion for me anyways.
No, I agree 1,000%. I think like what you just said, it's easy to get overwhelmed anyways. But
Yes.
when you're trying to build on one platform and then decide, oh, I'm just going to go add on all of these other things, and you don't have that first one done, then you're just going to go crazy. I didn't start working my Instagram like I was you. I had one, but I posted once every couple of months.
Yeah.
I didn't actually work it. I didn't start working my Instagram until 7 or 8 months ago. And that was after I had my Facebook.
Yes.
I felt like I knew what I was doing.
Yes.
The next question I have, and actually I've never talked to you about this, so I don't know if you do this or not. Do you do host to post?
I do. Host to posts are what I give the credit to promoting me to where I am, basically, especially in January. That's been my biggest month enrolling, and I was signing up to five a day, 5 customers a day, and they were from post to post. The Thermo 5X, it was Christina's the first $100 cash giveaway she'd put out for the Thermo 5X. And that, it blew my whole business up. I was busy all day long responding to those people, just jumped on them. So I give that all the credit for, especially all the way through Emerald. Host to post are life. They are amazing. Yeah. Whoever coined that and figured that out, they were on to something.
Absolutely, I agree. I wish they would have had, well, I'm sure it was like, obviously it was a thing, but no one did it. I wish it would have been a thing when I actually started, because I love it. It's so much more fun than the way that we used to build our business. So when did you actually start? Was it December?
November 20th. So I probably really didn't start until right like at the beginning of December.
Wow. Okay. So everyone always wants to know this anytime someone promotes is how many customers and distributors do you typically enroll every month? I know you don't really have an average because it's only been a few months, but.
Yes. Okay. So December, I probably had maybe like 7. Well, I know Jennifer had helped me out, and I personally enrolled probably about 7 or 8 in December. And then in January, it was 40. I want to say it was somewhere between 37 and 40 because we were doing our boom, like our points thing. So that's the only reason I can remember that number is adding in my stuff. But yes, it was somewhere between 37 and 40 customers in January. And then distributors, that was something that I've just recently, I guess because I'm having more success with my business, and I feel like I have more to put out there, and it's more attracting to potential distributors when I have actual story about how it's helping me to get those. But I really, that was one area where I struggled. And Jennifer, I mean, she was amazing. I showed her that I was going to run. I showed her that I was going to work for it. And she started helping me out by giving me those distributors. I would get those Fast Start qualified. She would give me more. And so she really got me boxed for everything that I needed. So I really give her all of the credit in that. She's been amazing.
Girl, if you didn't her, she would have never given you anything. So but you get credit yourself for that.
Yes, if you show her that you're going to run, she's going to run with you. And that is something that I am so grateful for. She has helped me so much. I know that I've worked hard and my team works hard, but I would not be in this position, especially as quick as I am, without her backing me and being my main support through all of it. So that is awesome. Loyal customers is definitely my strong suit over distributors, but I have gotten better. I have in the last couple months on signing distributors.
I think in the beginning, and I don't want to say everybody, because I know there are people that like start and enroll distributors like crazy, but I think most brand new people feel like customers is their strong suit. And I honestly don't think that you're signing distributors now because you have success. I think it's because you have the confidence.
Yes, that's what I was about to say, because I don't, in my head, and it's like, I feel like this is cliche, and literally every Zoom, everything that I watch, everyone says mindset, but it is so true, because I thought that I had nothing to offer. Like, I thought that I didn't have anything in my story yet to offer to someone to say, hey, this has done so much for me. Do you want to do this too? But I don't have a big check. I don't have like what I thought was success in it. And so I didn't have the confidence to really pitch it to people all the time and think that I could actually sell it and close the deal, as to where now that I see that it works. I see that I can do this, and I know that anybody else can, and I have that confidence to go for them, and I just have the confidence to get them to believe, I guess, in the same vision that I have when I didn't have that before.
No, absolutely. And like you said, it is mindset. Like, regardless, like if you had been in this business for 3.5 months and not gotten yourself to double diamond, if you had continuously done the mindset that you're doing, you'd still be signing distributors, because you'd still be seeing other people's stories and borrowing from their confidence. So absolutely. I think that is like, just when you come into this business, very few people already do daily mindset training. So I love, like, I thought it was bull crap when people said, oh, this business is like self-help and you get paid for it. But when I actually started doing it, like, that is when you start doing the self-help, that's when you start signing people, and that's when you start.
Exactly.
So I think you just hit the nail on the head with that one. I know you host a post, do you cold message? That's something that everyone always asks. I think everyone wants the answer to be no, when in reality, I think most of us do message, but do you message?
Yes, I do. It's not host a post is my main thing. And cold messaging, I'm not a super fan of it just because I don't like when people just throw products in my inbox all the time. So I'm very, I guess, I don't know, like, I don't know. I have my 3 messages that I mainly will send out that I will cold message for, like if it's getting to the end of the month and I need the volume, I will send one out that is, I'm using my phone, so I can't look at the saved ones, but I have one that basically says like, my team is running for this big promotion. I ask them if they have any skincare or healthcare goals, and I start that way. So it's more of a conversation, like leading into what we have that could help them more so than, hey, we have this weight loss product, and give them bullet points and hope that they want to buy. Like, I don't want to just push a product in their inbox, because I know I don't like that. So I do send messages like that to start a conversation with them, or I will send one for our giveaways that we're doing for our host a post. I will send out messages to get a host a post. And then there's one more that another one that I'll send out that I don't really consider a cold message, because most of the time it's people that I've talked to before, existing loyal customers. Like, I'll send them out at the end of the month if I'm needing volume in the spot that they're in, and I'll ask them, or I'll say, hey, I'm doing a $50 free product giveaway for anybody that places an additional order. Or if I'm really needing the volume, I will send one out that says to people, just potentials that haven't committed and actually signed up, like, hey, if you sign up today, I'm having a special giving away a facial, like a free facial or a free wrap or whatever product to have on hand for anyone who places an order and becomes a customer tonight. So I will send those messages, but I do not send just product messages. Like, I don't just pop those in people's inboxes, because I'm not a fan of getting those all the time. So yes, I do cold message, but maybe not in the same way some others may do it.
Well, I think there's so many different kind of cold messages. Because I'm not a fan of product messages at all. Like, I don't really message for products, but it's because I would have never joined the business had someone not cold messaged me, no joke, for over a year of me telling her off before I actually joined. So I am a huge fan of asking, but it's your decision. Like, what do you want to ask? Do you want to ask about the products? Do you want to start a conversation? Do you want to host a post? Like, you said it. You don't like doing it, but you do it because you know that you need to do it to get to the next level. So
and I think that's all part of the comfort. Another way that this gets you out of your comfort zone, which has been a big thing for me, from live videos to sending people I've never spoken to a message and asking them and trying to get them to buy something. So yes, it's definitely out of your comfort zone, but once you do it that first time, it's a script basically. So I mean, I think it's good. I mean, it's good for me because it gets me doing something that I wouldn't have done before.
Oh, absolutely. And I think anything that gets you out of your comfort zone, it helps you grow. So
yes,
I love host to post, but if you don't have enough people coming to you, you got to find the people somewhere. So
exactly,
that's how I look at it. Like, I do host to post first, because that's what I'm really good at. But if I haven't signed enough people, or I don't have enough messages to respond to that day, you better believe I'm going to make my own prospects. I'm not waiting for them to come to me.
That's exactly how I am. If host to post is running low on interest, then that's when I go to the messaging.
Yep. What somebody just asked, what self-help book are you reading? Or I'm sure you've read several. Which ones have you read? Do you like?
I honestly haven't. I'm not going to try and say that I have. I really haven't. And that's one thing that I really need to focus on more, is the self-development. Like, I had Jennifer tag me in some stuff last week, I believe. So I've watched some, and I can't think of the names. I've watched some YouTube videos that she's tagged me in, and I can get
Stephen
those from her.
Furtick, she said?
Yes. And I'm more of a video, a watching. I like to watch things over reading a book. I know that's bad, but that's just my style, I guess, is I'm much more likely to watch a video and listen to something rather than reading a book. So I have no books to offer or to say.
I don't personally read. I listen to my books. So I understand what you're saying. I don't sit down and read anything.
Yes.
Jennifer said, Tony Robbins, The Secret, You Are a Badass. I don't know what Goldcast is. Is that a book or a podcast or YouTube? Okay, YouTube, Goldcast.
Yes, I have all of them.
I don't know what that one is.
I have all of them saved that she tagged me, and I've watched and listened to some of them, but I have them all saved so I can go back. I just don't know the names of them. So sorry.
Oh, that's fine. People ask me all the time, what self-help book did you read? And I read 2 books a month. I listen to them, not read them. I can't even tell you the book I'm reading right now because I literally have to look at my phone because I don't know the name of it. I just know it's really good.
Yes.
I'm too busy to kind of figure out names and authors. I don't care about all that. Crap, I wrote the question that they just asked and I can't even read my own handwriting. Oh, what do you do to get your team working? Like when new people come in, what do you do to train them, I guess?
The first thing I do is I do everything that Jennifer does with me and all of her distributors. I have them watch Christina's video in our team page. And then when they're done with that, I tag them in some of our posts that we have in one of our other team pages of post the first 14 days of posting. If there's any team Zooms of coming up in the next few days. And then really I just go through and anything that I see that has, even that I can use at the stage I'm at now, just anything that has good information on whether it's motivating you and letting you know that you're going to hear a lot of no's before you start hearing yeses. And that just means you're closer, whether it's information like that, just so they don't get discouraged, or post ideas, message ideas, just anything that I see that could help anybody, I just tag them in it. And every DT that I sign, I talk to them every day. I let them know. I start off with a small goal. Of course, getting Fast Start qualified, I'll start with that, get your 2 customers. Then I talk to them about the auto shipment or the 150 in their personal volume. And then once they do that, then we talk about getting to 400. And so we have, my team actually has 3 message groups. And so we start with a Fast Start qualified group. And when everybody first signs, we put them in that group and we coach them through, talk to them. And once they get Fast Start qualified, we tell them okay, now you're moving to we have a 400 group. And so when they get in the 400 group, the goal and all of the tasks and challenges are about getting your 400 box filled. So then you're ready to start building and working on that next promotion. So we really kind of break it down. And so it's not overwhelming, oh, I just signed up, I'm trying to get to Ruby, or, oh, I just signed up, I got to get these 4 cuts. We just break it down to where it's smaller goals to accomplish. And I think that helps a lot more than just laying everything out the day they sign up. So, right. That's really basically all I do. I just make sure I stay in contact with them every day. And we do challenges, we do giveaways, things like that, just to keep them interested.
If you have a distributor that you sign up and they really don't do anything from the get-go, how often do you message them before you're okay, you just let them watch you for a while?
Well, I have a couple of them. So I would say I probably message the first couple of weeks. I'll message minimum 3 times a week, even if they're not responding. Just checking on you, letting you know you're not here or you're not by yourself, that kind of thing. And updating if I'm Fast Start qualifying, if they're not ready to work, if they're not working, I'll let them know hey, you got 1 customer, and try to use that as motivation to oh, they're helping me. So maybe they'll try harder to get that other customer, things like that. But I really I've had one that she's been signed up well over a month, and I still send her I've gotten to her the last couple of weeks. I'm just sending 1 a week just to let her know that I'm still here. Whenever you're ready, I'm still here. I'll help you. But I'm not really, I don't want to say it as in I'm not putting time into her, but when she's ready, she knows that I'm there. I'm still sending that message so she knows, but I'm not messaging her every other day like I was. So I guess that's my for the first few weeks, I'll stay in constant contact pretty much. And then after that, if you're not responding, if you're not showing interest, then I will just send one maybe once every week to follow up, and just so you don't think you're forgotten about if you decide you're ready. Because I know some people aren't ready when they first sign up. So, and you never know when that person might be your next diamond when they are ready to do it. So I do still send the follow up at least once every week, like I said, and let them know that I am here to help them if they do decide that they want to work their business.
No, that's perfect. We've only got a couple questions left. So if you guys have any other ones, feel free to ask them. If not, I know my Zoom only lasts for a certain amount of time anyway, so that might be perfect. How do you friend request? So I think they want to know, like, where do you add your new people from?
Okay. Well, if you I have my friends, I don't even know if you can see my friends list, but I do not have the most friends by any means on Facebook. I think I have like 2,000 right now. But I don't just go to yard sale pages and add the whole members list.
Good.
I'm kind of selective in what I do. Like I was like a buy sell trade kids clothing queen for my kids. So I was already in a lot of those groups. So I add a lot of moms from those, and then just regular mom groups. And then also, like we have a clothing group like that's basically like women's clothes. So I'll add members from there, because I don't know if this makes sense, but I try to send out like quality friend requests, or what I think might be quality friend requests. So I just, like I said, I don't go through adding everybody from the local yard sale site. I go to like groups that I know people are spending money, if that makes sense. Like I know that they're okay with spending. I know they like their appearance. I know that that they don't mind spending money on stuff that they enjoy, that they like. And then I also will go, if I'm not adding from groups, I will go to a friend of a friend and add from their friends list. I don't do like the people you know or suggested friends or anything like that. So I do send out quite a bit of friend requests, but like I said, I'm still building my friends, definitely, but it's not like I have 5,000 of just anyone who will accept my friend requests. So I am kind of, I guess, selective of where I get the potential friends from on Facebook.
That's funny. I don't know which leader said it. I want to say it was Jocelyn Yates, but I can't remember. She said, you know how when you're added to like random LuLaRoe groups or like makeup groups, she'll go through, and before she deletes out of the group, she will add everyone that commented that they want to like buy whatever the picture is, because they're all spending money. I'm like, that's smart. I'm going to start doing that, because I'm just like, oh, why are you adding me? I delete myself real quick.
Yes, and it's so true. I mean, the last few customers that I've signed, I've been friends with them for less than a week. I've never messaged them, never done anything. They just see my posts and they comment on it or they message me. So I really feel like I still feel silly saying like I'm selective or try to send quality friend requests, because that just feels dumb, because I don't know the other person if they're going to buy or not. But I really feel like it has helped me. Even though I have a limited number of friends on my Facebook, I have a more willing to buy audience, if that makes sense.
It does. And where you're friend requesting from certain groups, you're requesting people that have something in common with you. Yes. So even if they don't buy or join right away, like you're attracting them to you, and eventually they probably will join. So I didn't learn to friend request like that until recently, and it makes absolute sense what you're saying. Yes. We've only got 10 minutes left. So if you could only work your business 1 hour a day, what would you do during that hour?
1 hour. I would probably.
That's hard, right? 1 hour.
Yes. Because I mean, I always tell people if I'm like talking about being a distributor, I'm like, oh, you could do like 1 to 2 hours a day. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, if you have the goals that that I have, I'm like, 4 hours probably minimum a day is what I spend. But if I had 1 hour, I would probably start out with Jennifer is real big on like doing your happy birthdays. So that's something that is like in my head. When I wake up, I send out my happy birthdays and messages, and I don't just send like happy birthday. I send out happy birthday and a cute little like emoji or meme. So I would do that for like the first 5 minutes, and then I would take probably 10 to 15 minutes going through my notifications and my messages, setting up those follow-ups, things like that. And then I would say a lot of my time in the hour would probably be going through my e-suites and getting all my numbers in order for the day and knowing where I stood in the morning when I woke up and what I needed to do for the day. Because I feel like if you don't know your numbers, you don't really know, you don't have a goal. Like you don't really know what you're working for that day. So I'd probably spend at least 30 minutes on my e-suites going through everybody's numbers and going through declines. Like that's a real big thing. Because you could have, if you don't go through them, you could miss somebody that might actually fix their decline or something like that. And you don't check it. So you don't know that it's there. So definitely probably half of my hour would be going through everything on my e-suites and making sure everything was where it needed to be.
Okay. And you probably don't have a typical day because I know they kind of change up every day, but I guess they want to know what your typical day looks like. So I guess however you want to describe that.
Okay. I'll try my best. My whole team's going to laugh at me because they know most of the time in the messages, they don't see me until like at least 10 a.m. because me and my kids sleep so late. I'm thankful for that they love to sleep. So yes, my day probably starts around 10:30 or 11. I know I'm grown. That's kind of embarrassing. No, but perks of being at home. So once it starts, again, I get the kids situated. I will go to the computer. I will do like what I just said, like my not if that was just an hour, I would do those normal tasks, however long, that it took me. I would make sure all my old stuff, I'm really big on deleting my old stuff so my page doesn't look spammy. So I kind of like go through my page and make sure I've deleted things that are on there. And I like to have like a business post and a product post up there at all times. So I kind of just look at my Facebook page, see like what post I'm going to put up, get the responses ready. So as soon as people start commenting or messaging, I have all of that in order. And I really probably spend 2 hours on the computer at that time, getting everything ready for the day. And then I'll do whatever I need to around the house or whatever we need to go do errands. But I always have my phone on me, of course. So I'm always like messaging or doing everything that I need to do for my phone. So I really don't have a set schedule at all.
Okay. Really. Somebody asked about the groups. Do you find that the mommy groups are like flooded with network marketers? How do you get around that, I guess?
I really don't, because a lot of them I haven't been to a group recently who doesn't have rules about like soliciting or direct sales. Like you can't post links, you can't do products or anything like that. So I really haven't ran into that because I just friend request from them and then let them see my stuff on my page, like kind of let them hang out and see as I post stuff before I ever reach out to them if they don't reach out to me first. So I don't really have that issue with the mom groups. Sorry, my phone just flashed and said low battery. Am I still there?
Where'd she go?
It told me low battery. I had to exit out. But yeah, so I really don't run into that because I'm not posting my sell link. I'm not posting links in the mom groups. I'm not posting products or trying to actually like get a lead in the group. I'm requesting members from that group, but I'm not actually posting any of my stuff in the group. So I don't have a problem. I haven't ran into that. And another thing, I forgot to add this when I was doing the friend request, is that their keto is so huge right now. Like everybody's keto or they want to know about it. So I got a keto group. I'm in a lot of keto groups and they are all super strict about you can't post products. They're all not like want to do it with the food. But I found that when you add the members from there and they see you advertising your keto line on your page, that they will reach out to you or they'll comment on your stuff. So I add from keto groups also because we have the keto line.
Yes, keto is huge right now. With the mom groups, I think she's asking, how do you keep from adding a whole bunch of people from other companies? Or have you not?
Okay. Well, I don't, when I'm doing them really quick. So it's not like I'm going to their profile pages on all of them. I'll just kind of add. And then if I see them pop up on my news feed that they sell products, if it's something similar to ours, then I just unfriend them. That might be rude. But
no, I do it too. I do not have room
I
on my friends
filter out that
a bunch of other people.
Yes. So yes, that's what I just, if it ends up being that they do sell products similar to ours, I just unfriend them and add some more.
Somebody asked, what is your favorite message to send out? I know that you don't have your phone on you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this video to my YouTube, and then I will post it to Millionaire, whatever Rapping Legends is called now. So you can just post, if you can just post a couple messages right underneath the video, I'll tag you once I post it. I think that'll be easier so they can copy and paste.
Perfect.
We've got about a minute left. So if you want to leave us with just one tip for someone coming into this business with big goals, like what your tip would be. And then if you get cut off, I apologize. It's just because this is about to end. But definitely appreciate you coming on and kind of letting us know how your journey has been so far.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Definitely.
My one tip would be, well, I have two that come to mind. But my main one is stop worrying about what everybody's going to think. Because I've been there. I've been afraid to post on my page because I thought my friends and stuff would get annoyed. I thought that I would get on everybody's nerves. And Jennifer just told me, like, point blank, are they showing up and paying your bills? Like, are the people that you're worried about going to be paying your bills? Are they knocking on your door on Friday with the check? And my answer was no. I mean, there was nothing else I could say of why am I afraid? Why am I nervous? Why do I care what they think? So that's been the biggest thing for me, is letting go what people think about me or what my post or what I'm doing. So that's probably the most important advice that I have taken and learned and passed on. And then my other one is, last month I got diamond and double diamond. I got diamond on the 21st and double on the 28th. So everybody has kind of asked about that, and the only thing I can say is I put my head down and I didn't leave my computer. I didn't leave my phone until everything was done. So, I mean, that's really head down and blinders on. That's all that I can say. Just push for it, and if you do everything you can, you will get exactly what you need out of it. So, just keep pushing and keep your mindset positive.
Love it. I'm not laughing at you, by the way. I'm laughing at the cat butt that's right on the screen that I'm looking at. I'm like, why is there a tail in, like, where I'm looking?
You're fine.
It's Savannah. It's a girl on my team because I see her shoving her cat out of the way. Okay. Well, thank you so much for hopping on. Guys, I will have this posted and up by tomorrow, and I will post it in our teams, but also in Rapping Legends, so you guys can see it if you're not in my downline. Have an awesome, what is today? Friday? Thursday. Just kidding. Have an awesome Thursday.
Yes.
Work for problems, guys.
Yes. I never know the day of the week.
No, I am awful with that. Like, I'm always on the wrong day of the week.
Yes.
All right. Thanks again. Have a good one.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.